What'd you eat?
We had bagels.
Yeah.
We had bagels. Troy and I talked about bagels on the show.
Oh.
We were?
We have shat on bagels before where we're like, bagels are if you just want to ruin your life.
My bagel days are behind me.
I know, and mine should be right now. I'm feeling, again, we didn't have the whole bagel, but
It was a pretty big bagel.
something's happened to me.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna make it through, yeah.
I'm going to start the episode just with that noise where you're going, what's happening?
I mean, I kind of feel like in Bridesmaids. Oh, you don't want to do a second camera?
I just told you it wasn't working.
Oh, sorry. Should I move closer to you?
You're too busy shitting in my toilet.
Should I move closer to you?
I don't care.
I'm like,
no,
cut
actually,
out.
stay away from me.
Yeah,
I don't want to
right.
catch whatever you have.
I might want to get a little
I might have to
closer.
zoom. Yeah, come in closer and I'm going to zoom a little bit.
Sorry you're not in it.
That's fine. Don't apologize. I'm just happy to.
I get to look at Slater too. This is fun.
Oh, yeah, you got it in the mirror? Okay, you want
Yeah.
to come in now? You want to come in closer?
What if it was
I just cut you out.
Okay, yeah, intimate.
There we go.
Warm.
I know. What are you doing to that pillow?
I'm
It's kind of hot, and your IBS is making it hotter. It's climate. New York City is burning up, and Tory Cole is blowing up. Hi everyone, welcome back to an episode of Bonding. It's been a long time since we put out an episode. Thank you for everyone for coming back. I've been on the road. Thank you. I'm itching my armpit on camera. God, I hope the mic doesn't pick that up. I look like I'm about to go, I don't know, do some kind of plot. Look at this. Why did I decide to wear the all black hat? Because my hair is doing this right now. Oh man. Okay, actually that doesn't look too bad. If you're listening to this, you're just listening to, actually that does look bad. My hair right now, we just finished recording the episode. My hair looks like when Mr. Burns was Dracula. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bonding. It's been a while. We're back to consistently putting on episodes. Tori and I have both just been doing crazy amounts of road gigs, and we couldn't get any sort of in the can. But we're back. I think Thursdays might be the better day to post. I don't know when people listen to podcasts. Maybe Mondays. I don't know when the hell it's going on. Do I look relaxed in this chair? Again, if you're listening, you're just listening to someone whose dad probably should have gone to one more baseball game than he did. My dad was great. I love you, Dad. Anyway, thank you for listening. That's my towel in the background. This is my shelf. We're in my room. Big part of why we haven't recorded in a while is we're trying to find a new home for the podcast, which it's looking like we have. So today we just recorded at my place. There's an apocalyptic event happening in New York right now, which has been just fantastic to be walking around and just making eye contact with people who can't. It doesn't even feel like people have processed it, or maybe they have, and we're just like, okay, we've just come to terms with this is how it's going to happen. We're just all of a sudden one day, life is going to be fucked. But I got new bell bottoms. That's what I'm wearing today. They're kind of tight. I can't lift them up. But if you come see me on the road, website has all my tour dates available on it, troybondlive.com. I don't know why I'm pointing at you like JFK right now. But all my tour dates are on troybondlive.com. You're listening to this on Thursday. I'm going to be at Bananas Comedy Club this weekend. 4 shows, 7:30 and 10 o'clock, Friday and Saturday, 9th and 10th. If you're in Jersey, come check me out. If you're going to miss me in Jersey this time, I'm going to be in New Brunswick in September. I have all my dates listed on my site. I'm going to Tacoma. We're going to Portland. Then I think in July, we're sort of hanging for a little bit. And then August, we're doing some Florida stuff. And a bunch of stuff in the fall. So please check out the site, troybondlive.com. Today's episode, Tori had her best friend Shelly visiting from Annapolis. Shelly lives out in LA, and they're going to a bunch of different countries together. I don't really know where. We talked about it like not even 20 minutes ago, and it's just outside of my head because that's the amount of weed I've smoked throughout my life. So I'm glad it's legalized. You can get it anywhere, so anytime I'm not having a good feeling, I can just smoke and forget about it. But thanks for tuning back in, and hope you enjoyed today's episode. TroyBondLive.com for tour dates. Let's do it.
I don't know what's gonna happen to me, but we're here.
I'm glad we're in such close proximity. If you want that mic right there, Shelly, it's all you.
Kelly.
You could just Shelly. Sorry.
It's okay.
Speaking the whole time, or?
You are. You could pop.
You
Here,
wanna
pop
be like-
right in and say
Yeah,
hi.
yeah, say
Come
hi.
See yourself in the frame.
This
Hey,
is my
what's
best
going on?
friend from home, Chelly.
And I'm her best friend from New Home, Troy.
Yeah.
Get out of my frame.
Okay.
Thank you for coming, Shelly. Where are you from? Annapolis?
Thank you for being here,
Yes.
Chelly.
Tori took me to Annapolis.
Yes, I
Yeah, do you like
did.
it?
It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I was
Yeah.
like, this makes sense where you
What
came
did you
from.
think it was gonna be?
The environmental product of where you came from. It was very going from Timonium. Is that where we
Yeah,
were?
it's ammonium.
To Annapolis was very interesting. It was like Greasers and Socias from The Outsiders. You ever read The Outsiders?
I was supposed to. I read the Spark Notes. Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it at some point. I saw the movie too, but I also don't really
Talk a little closer.
remember much.
There you
See,
go.
I got it turned up for her.
Okay, I'm trying
For
to
our
help
novices.
everybody.
That was good direction though. Usually I'm the one who's like, put the mic in your face. She's like, "You make me
Well,
look bad."
normally I don't want to make people feel like awkward, but we've been friends since we were in 8th grade, so
Yeah.
and I know she
that's
doesn't
the
take it
awkward
personally.
stage.
Mhm.
That's a good
8th
time
grade?
to be lifelong friends with somebody. I don't think I have any friends from 8th grade. They usually hit me up when they're in the city, and I'm like,
No, yeah,
Um,
we
which
We
makes
started
me
when
sound
we
like
were,
an
like,
asshole.
12.
How did you meet in 8th grade?
Lacrosse.
Oh my god, that is like that's now the 5th time I've heard about lacrosse this week.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. It's happened so many times. I forget where I was the first time I heard it. Someone mentioned lacrosse. Then I was in Buffalo last week with Slater, and I heard lacrosse like 3 or 4 times up there. And then I was shooting this commercial yesterday in Union Square, and we were at the subway station, and we had to get a shot of me going from the top of the stairs to the bottom of the stairs. And this crazy guy, he wasn't homeless, he was just crazy, which I appreciated. And he was charming.
Charming.
He just starts yelling things at me. He's like,
Yelled
I'm carrying like
lacrosse.
pizza boxes for the shot, and he's like, those don't look like Little Caesars. You better go tell him, boss. Those ain't Little Caesars boxes. I'm like, he doesn't even know what we're shooting. And he's like, I know right away this is going to be a problem. And then he's just like, how tall are you, bud? 6'1", 6'2"? Then I look over, and he comes and stands right next to me. We're about to shoot something. And I'm like, dude, I need you to just get over there, please. He's like, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, with your height, you'd be a good lacrosse player. And then I tune him out. And then 5 minutes later, I tune him back in, and I just hear him go, and then next thing I know, the guy is wiping his ass with a maxi pad. That's the kind of shit that happens down in Cobble Hill. And then I turned him right back off again. I was like, I missed too much of this story.
What a line.
I've been hearing lacrosse so much. I don't know what is going on.
Well,
It's a super East
With
Coast
lac-
sport. Very
yeah.
American.
I also learned women have
No.
different lacrosse sticks than men.
yes.
Men have the lacrosse sticks that swoop in, and
The
then you
pocket.
can hold them.
Yeah.
They have the pocket. The lacrosse. What would you call that? There, the lacrosse.
The
The
net.
net.
Pocket.
The pocket.
Yeah.
I was calling it a lacrosse. That's what I'm gonna call
The
it. 'Cause
head?
it swoop down and
it's the head.
womb.
It's the head and the net.
They have one.
The womb.
And women.
The ball
lacrosse
womb.
don't. You don't have one. You just gotta like keep moving it all
Yeah,
the time so it
you-
doesn't fall
you
out.
like- you
have to-
cradle.
You cradle it.
Yeah.
Um,
We should play lacrosse sometime. That'd be hilarious.
I'm thinking I have to.
Yeah.
At the rate it keeps coming up in my life.
This
it's
is gonna be
honestly
really
scary.
fun.
It's such a dumb sport.
I know.
There's shots fired from the Marylander in the room. Wow.
Yeah, I quit.
How long did you play for?
I played from 4th grade to 10th grade, and then I was just not going to go to college for it. So I was like,
It's
I'm
a
just gonna
miracle to me that
manage.
people do, but apparently it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
It's like region, like Buffalo
Yeah.
has a big thing with it. Annapolis. Where else is lacrosse?
The whole
big?
country.
East Coast, yeah, it's definitely big.
It's
Anywhere where
big.
there's not systemic racism, there's lacrosse.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of black lacrosse players?
Not a lot, but they
Yeah. See. Yeah.
but they exist.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. Clarence Thomas exists. He's probably out there playing lacrosse with his wife.
Yeah, there's not many.
Yeah, I can't imagine why. If there weren't more black lacrosse players, you
It's
would never
actually-
get a chance getting on the team.
It's a
Imagine-
Native American sport. It started with the Native Americans.
Everything did.
Mm-hmm.
We took it all from them.
But they get credit for lacrosse and gambling.
Well, Jesus. God. Those are the two things that those guys did. Gambling and... What was the other
That
one?
was a joke.
And lacrosse. Yeah, I know. I heard your Hitler laugh afterwards insinuated it
Are you
was.
gonna edit that out?
No, that's staying in. That's where I'm tagging you in that clip on every platform. That's
It
going
was
on
a joke.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Are you trying to cancel me?
That's going on Cherokee Social. It's going everywhere.
Oh my God.
My great grandmother was Native American.
You should have gotten into college for free then.
I wouldn't have gotten in at all. I would have had to pay.
No, they just let you in.
That really would have gotten you in.
It's like an
Yeah.
IOU.
Was that-
Sorry, America.
Sorry, yeah, we fucked up. Here's some casinos and a degree from Tish. Hope this handles you not being able to trace a direct bloodline. Here's a book about Chief Sitting Bull.
What would your Indian name be if you had one?
My Native American name would be well, that's a good question. My name, I think Beige Feather. That would be my nickname. Beige Feather. I want to be an apothecary named Beige Feather. And just give people chapstick.
That's so
All the
good.
time.
I'm
What
gonna
would
call
yours
you
be?
Beige Feather.
One with bigotry.
Fun haver.
Dances with MAGAs. That would be yours.
I do
That
not-
would be Tories.
Chell, what would you be?
Storms the Capitol.
I don't know. I mean, I've never thought about it.
Obviously.
What are some I'm trying to think of like some Native American names. All that's coming to me is like Sitting Bull.
I was gonna say Sitting Bull's
Well,
the only thing.
That's all I could think of. Yeah.
Or
Pocahontas.
Dances with
Dances
Wolves.
with
Well, I
Wolves.
think
That's
it's I think it's like a literal thing. And when I was little,
Dances with Rednecks. That's
I-
you. Let's gather around the campfire
When
and
I
drink the
was-
ceremonial Mountain Dew Code Red.
we were sitting at the dinner table and we were doing this with my family, and I
You
said,
kick some Native Americans out of there.
I said to my dad, Dad, if you had a Native American name, you would be Talkin' No Do. And that really got him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's the no do?
Talkin' No Do, because he talks and he doesn't do it.
Oh, talk and no do.
Yeah, so
okay.
to this
Sad.
day I call
That's-
him,
that's-
okay, Talkin' No Do.
That is
hilarious.
That's
I was
yeah.
a mean little kid.
Yeah,
That's
sounds
Yeah,
a
like
funny
really
you were-
question to
went
ask as a
under the belt.
child. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 10 years old. I was a
What's
little
your Native
bitch.
American name be?
I just wanted to find a way to really roast him. Yeah, got him. Got him.
He's like, no, it would be Christopher Columbus. That would be my Native American name. What? Did you insult your parents a lot growing up?
Growing up, yeah. And then I learned that that's not cool. And then I stopped.
What, they made you watch a video about it?
I actually said something mean to my mom once, and her friend was like, yo, that's not cool. And then I cried for like 2 days, and then I never was mean to her again.
What'd you say?
I said her hair was like straw, and I felt horrible.
Damn.
How old were you?
I was 10. That was like when you're young and you don't know any
And you're
better.
What
like,
happened to you?
Why is your belly big?
I know.
Exactly. Like,
10 feels a little old to be doing that. I'm not gonna
it
lie.
was. I remember crying about it. I remember being like, "Oh my god," because I
You
think
have to be like told that that's
yeah,
bad.
I think my mom was just like, "You're a little bitch, whatever, okay." And then her friend was like, "Yo, that's not okay." And then I remember my mom being like, "Hey, you really can't do that." And that's when I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Listen up, straw hair. Your friend already told me once. Now keep it quiet, tight lips.
And then I think that changed me forever because I feel like now I like would never ever insult my
I don't
mom
think I've
ever.
ever heard you say anything mean to your mom.
I
You,
wouldn't.
like love her.
Yeah.
Hi, Dana.
So-
We miss you.
Hi, Mom. I love you so much.
I love Dana.
But I remember that vividly. I remember sobbing, being so embarrassed, and
Well,
it really changed me.
Wait, that's actually funny because I remember after I watched Bring It On, our babysitter, we had like the coolest babysitter. My parents were out of town. We're playing in my next door neighbor's yard, and she picked me up by my arms and was like swinging me around because I was really little. And I go, "Ow, you whore!" And I said it like I thought whore was just like you butthead.
yeah.
The way
And
my-
it's just like when I thought twat was like you bitch.
Yeah.
right.
And she was like, "What did you call me?"
Like,
And I was like, "A
what?
whore."
Daddy says it to mom all the time.
Like, it was in Bring It On. She was like, "You do not call people whore." I was like, "You're never gonna come babysit."
Oh
us
my
again."
God.
I was like devastated the rest of the trip.
Good thing you never watched Boys in the Hood.
Ow,
Who
you
knows what would have
whore.
slipped out of there?
Yeah, I was very
No,
impressionable.
Chelly's brother taught us twat in high school.
Yeah.
And I would call
What's that, a
everyone a
board game?
twat.
Twat. The game that makes your fingers smell terrible.
No. First of all, we were in like 9th grade. He didn't teach us twat.
It's the game of twat, kids. It's really hard to come by, but when you get it, it's there.
He used the word twat twat around me. And I was like, remember I had that video of him calling me a twat, like in the Bahamas, and he was like, "You're such a twat." And then I started using it as an insult because I thought it was calling someone like an idiot.
Yeah, and then I remember my friend Adam. I called him a twat in the hallway, and he goes, "Well, at least I don't have one." And I was like, "What?"
Immediately she came up to me and was like,
Damn.
"What does that word mean?"
And then I was like, "That's not good."
That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
That was what like no balls and no was like when I was in middle school. Guy, if you weren't gonna do something, it was really easy to peer pressure another guy into doing it. Guy, we're like 12 years old. And like you just go no balls, and then they would do it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then guy, I remember one time, and it caught on. I don't know if this happened across America, if this level of consciousness just happenstances upon a 12-year-old kid, but somebody said it to a girl. He was like, "No balls," and she was like, "I don't have balls," and he was like, "No ovaries." And then that became the thing
No
that guys were
ovaries.
saying, and I was like, I'm honestly kind of proud that all these little
ovaries.
boys knowing.
That's
no
actually
no
really
ovaries.
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think that was just
Yeah,
the
we
easiest
didn't
one to
have
pronounce.
that.
I couldn't say fallopian tubes for
Novaries.
the longest time. Novaries.
Novaries.
I
Ovaries.
think we just got
That's
our title.
funny. We used to always yell, "Twat! Did you say I can't hear you?"
Yeah.
Can't
That
hear
was
you.
that was our fun one.
Yeah.
We thought we were so clever.
I didn't know
really did.
that coochie was a bad word, and I said it over the intercom in
when you did it,
morning-
when I did the morning announcements in high school. I was like,
How did you use that one?
it was horrible. It was like a Merry Christmas to all you coochies out there. And then the principal just like put her finger on the thing and hung up the announcement, and she was like, "Why did you just say that?" And I was like, "What? I heard it in a song. Like, you say it all the time." And it was I thought that was bad, but it's even worse when a high school principal explains to you why you can't say coochie and why and what it means.
Just means vagina, right?
Yeah. And I just disassociated from her explaining that to me, and she had a calendar of wolves behind her desk, and I just looked at the wolves the whole time like I was getting molested. I was just looking at the wolf calendar as this woman is explaining to me different female anatomies. I thought I'd nailed it with the ovaries. I didn't know there were more parts at that
That's
point.
funny. No ovaries.
I didn't know what I was doing.
How long has that been a quote in your mind, and have you used it in other contexts?
I was just speaking to my mom. I just used it because I didn't want to call her a whore.
That was funny. That was a good tie-in.
But,
tied it all together there.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's
was good.
I'm sorry you had to come here at such a end of times moment in New York. It's fucking bad
okay.
outside today.
She's used to this.
Yeah, it happens in LA a lot. I mean, not a
Oh,
lot.
right.
but
Yeah.
It's like
That's where you live here in LA?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're used
so-
to the fires.
when
You
I
know.
landed and I smelled it, I was like, "Oh, this
Yeah,
is
it
a
smells like home.
bummer." Yeah, it smells like home.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. I was like walking around being like, is this what it was like to be here after 9/11? Like the day after? Like
yeah.
9/12?
Yeah,
Because like I'm today just walking around and like you're making like I'm just seeing some people wear masks, some people who are like who gives a fuck, and there's just a look in everyone's eye where we've just accepted that this is what it's gonna be in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe sooner. It just sort of seems like yesterday was Monday and the day before that was Sunday, and today is climate change day.
Yeah.
Like, it just happens so quickly. Like, I just saw Spider-Man. Like, give me a few days to process it before you... I want to see the second one before you choke me to death. And Justin Trudeau got to get his shit together. He's starting to beef with New Yorkers. New Yorkers and Canadians are going to go at it, like,
Oh, yeah.
East Coast, West Coast now. Drake, you're on notice. Could you not put your foot on the
Sorry.
cord where the microphone is?
Sorry,
Thank
I
you.
bumped it very slightly.
Tori,
I knew I
we're
fucked
sending
up.
her to fucking Canada now. Go hang out with all those straw-hatted people. But it's bad. Maybe
It's
that's what's
bad.
making your stomach upset.
Maybe.
Is
I
all
don't know.
the
I kind
smoke-
of like it validates if I choose to not have kids. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I know.
Huffing in all that bad air.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have kids, I feel like now is the time to do it in New York. Now is the time to get pregnant so you can breathe in all of that
Yeah,
smoke
yeah.
and amber,
Into
and
the
that kid will
fetus.
come out fine, like
Yeah.
be immune.
Mhm.
My mom
Oh,
smoked
I
when
see
she
what
was
you're
pregnant
saying.
with me, and I was fine walking around
Look at
today.
you,
I've been
6'4",
smoking my whole
healthy as
life.
fuck.
6'4", all the damage is inside.
Yeah.
Outside, I'm fine.
But no, it has been crazy. Today I got a little stressed out when it was getting really orange until I was like,
I
this
know.
is fine. And it really helped me, honestly.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, it's ominous, but it's not like, there's
Yeah.
there's no like sonic boom happening with it. It's just
Well,
smoky.
that's next. That's coming next. In this neighborhood, there's always a sonic boom. I've learned.
Shelly learned that last night.
Yeah, the car alarm. She was like,
Yeah.
"Great, I'm gonna play some white noise. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's a little
and
loud."
it was just
then it
Coldplay.
was literally a car alarm for a half hour.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like, "Wow, I love this."
yeah. It
I
was
was like, you're embarrassing me, New York. God.
today. There was a.
I don't think the white noise is enough.
I thought there was a traffic jam because there's horn wouldn't stop beeping for like an hour, and then I look outside and it's just some dad on one of those electric scooters with his kid sitting in the thing in front of him, just letting him beep the horn.
Oh.
And I was like, if this goes on for 20 more minutes, I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna yell at this kid, and then get my ass beat by his father. And then I'm watching it, and I live across from a Dominican bakery, and I watch the woman who owns the bakery come outside and say some shit to the kid in Spanish. And then I knew she was telling him to stop beeping the horn because that's right in front of where he was doing it. And then I watched the kid look at her and then look at the horn and then beep it again.
No.
And then she slapped his hand, and then he just went, "Ah!" And I was like, good. Hit him across his fucking teeth.
That's hilarious. Do you think she knew the kid?
I don't know. But that kid is going to remember that lesson.
I hope so. It's
That's
important to
one of
learn
those you don't
this.
touch this, you touch the burner on the stove to know it's hot. He's gonna learn. You press.
Kids these days do that shit though. For him to look
Kids
at
all the
her
time have
and
done
then
that.
do that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
did
think
that shit
I
all
did
the
that.
time. Oh, I
Really?
did that with my dad.
I feel like I was a good
Consistently.
listener.
I feel like that either happens with kids who are spoiled or kids who have gotten it so bad that they're like, "Fuck it, if I'm gonna get my ass beat either way, I'm gonna have fun with it."
That's
I
true.
would do that shit with my dad all the time.
Yeah.
He
You
would
test
yell at
them?
me in the shower, and then he would be in the shower and make me come in, and he would yell at me while I'm in there. And I remember one time he said something, and I was like, "What? I can't hear you." Then he said it louder, like 4 more times, and I just kept going, "What? I couldn't hear you. What?" I couldn't. And my mom gave me $5 because I made her laugh so hard. I think that was the first time I got paid to do comedy.
That's
like 10.
hilarious. What a core memory.
Yeah, and that stuck with me.
That's funny. How old were you?
Like 10 or 11. I'm going to pick my brother up
That's
from
funny.
school right after that. Yeah, child abuse has its benefits, as
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of saying. It has
That's why
more
you're funny.
negatives. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Relationships with parents are overrated too, man. Like they could be kind of corny sometimes. It's just a lot to lean on.
You love your parents.
Yes.
I
Did
know.
they send you to say that?
The universe sent that
Are
to
you
me.
trying to get in the will?
No.
We're in my
I do
house
love
today
your mom.
after a year of recording in your house.
I
and
know
then
it's a new setting.
recording in Rick's.
It's exciting.
Just for now.
Just for now.
And then we're back. We're in a new studio soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you get it one?
just shopping. Yeah, I've landed
Oh
something.
my god,
down.
exciting.
When do you come back from Ireland?
The 20th.
Oh, so you're gone for a minute.
Yeah, I'm in
Gone
it.
next week?
We leave Thursday. Tomorrow.
Till when?
The 20th.
Monday.
What
the
day of the
20th.
week is that? The following?
Monday.
It's Monday. Yeah. Back on a Monday.
How many days are you gone for? That's an easy
10?
question. Okay, thank
10, I think.
Mhm.
Charlie's going on.
you. Are you
to-
going?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, she
Where,
lives in
where are you
LA.
going to Ireland for?
Why?
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Oh, cool.
Because the
Forget people do that.
weddings in Croatia or in Montenegro, and we're like, well, we're already flying all this way for a wedding. We might as well tack on some good times, and it's on the way. Breaks
Where
up the
exactly
trip.
is Montenegro again?
It's near Croatia,
Mhm.
which is near Italy.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Greece, Croatia, Montenegro. They're all kind of in the
Yeah.
same vicinity.
You're gonna get some immersive meals in when you're down there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
What?
made a lot of reservations, so
Yeah, we've been prepping.
I made them all for Ireland, but you made some in Croatia.
Yeah, I made a couple.
What
Yeah.
kind of food is it?
I have
Croatian.
It looks good.
Is
Yeah,
it Croatian?
sure.
What is Croatian?
Bring me some more crotch.
Couldn't tell
Fish?
ya.
Yeah, fish. I don't know.
Yeah, seafood.
Yeah, fish. They got the
By the
couple
water.
starters, couple of finishers.
Well, you know
got a
everything.
Dessert
so.
there.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Croatia, so I wouldn't
Well,
know the
yeah, you
customs
haven't left
yet.
the country. What's the first
I've not
country
left the
you'd
country.
go
As soon as
to?
the government tells me I can, I'm out
Canada?
of here. Yeah, I'm going to Canada. I'm gonna fucking start some shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start any fires because I'm dealing with that problem right now. But I'm going over there. And, I mean, the price of maple syrup is about to skyrocket.
You
I
think?
hope we're all ready for this. Yeah, your days of being a casual syrup drinker are over. You better stockpile that now.
What is Aunt Jemima called now?
She's
Oh,
called
Isn't she
off.
something else?
I have no idea. I can't remember.
I
Yeah,
remember
it
they
is.
changed
It's called
it.
something else.
They changed it because that was racist.
Yeah, Garrett ordered like a bottle of Aunt Jemima online to get the
The,
old one.
the
just,
hot curvy body.
just for like
Yeah.
old time's sake. He was like, I want the OG bottle. I was like, this
That's
is a lot of
funny.
work.
Do
Did
you
it
still
come
have
wrapped
it?
in a Confederate
Yeah, he
flag?
got it.
He's like, I just want this. This is my history.
I was like,
God
why?
damn it.
Why do you want
I
this?
want
I don't
this
know
and
what
a
it's
lock of
renamed.
Robert E. Lee's hair.
I like fake. I'm actually if I have to choose between real maple syrup and fake maple syrup, I choose the fake.
I don't even know the difference.
Yeah, our bodies are only used to the taste of fake stuff because everything's so processed.
Well, the fake
Yeah.
stuff is just like a globby, and then
Yeah.
the maple is like really runny.
It's super runny.
and very mapley.
yeah. It tastes
That
like
narrowed it
maple
down, thank
syrup.
you. Yeah, I was so fucked if you didn't give me that explanation.
You did a great
Thank you
job
for that.
describing
Yeah.
that.
I think that was spot on.
It was. Syrupy is very liquidy and
The real
it's
maple
very
syrup is very
mapley.
mapley and very watery, and I think
Mhm.
it's disgusting. I
it's
like
an
the
acquired
Because it comes from the
globby.
tree.
Yeah.
It's
We
just-
like it sugared up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
we're
it goopy,
Americans,
and I like
goddammit.
it cold. I like a cold goopy.
We didn't invade Iraq to eat watery maple syrup, okay?
Right?
Yeah.
We are Axis power for a reason. We have nuclear weapons and capabilities to glob up as much syrup and your arteries along with it. Aunt Jemima, thank you. Let go of my ego. This is my history. This is why we
Well
fought the
said.
Second World War.
Yeah,
They got rid of Aunt Jemima. They got rid of Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Uncle the Rice.
Yeah.
Why?
Racism as well.
Okay,
Lady Antebellum is now called Lady A.
right.
Yes.
What else is there?
Mm,
They got
Probably
rid
a
of
lot.
Obama. No one ever talks about that. First black president, and they just got rid of him after 2 terms.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah. Trump, second colored president ever. Got rid of him after 1. Who's next? All right. Next topic of discussion on today's trending
Do you want
topics.
to talk about Logic?
What about him?
That was a really cool experience.
That was a fun
Do you
show.
want to talk about it? Shout him out.
Thank you for everything,
Thank
Blobby.
you, Logic.
I don't think
Bobby.
he listens, but that was
Whatever.
I
Still.
we had no. He's in Philly right now, I think.
Have
Or
you talked
Boston.
to him since?
Yeah, I talked to him the day after the concert.
That was really
He
fun.
was like, yeah, no, we had that was cool. I had a really good time.
The shout out was really cool.
That was cool too. Yeah, I met him, his manager that we were talking to.
Nice guy.
Super nice. Love him to death. He messaged me and he was like, this is in like January, and he was like, Logic loves your stuff on TikTok. He would love to connect. Is it cool if I give him your number? And I was like, fuck yeah, you could give Logic my number. Are you kidding? I've always wanted to be friends with a rapper. And that also just meant a lot to me that he was like, he really likes your stuff. Because I was in high school when I found Logic.
Same.
And it was just one of those artists that like I kind of grew up with. And we talked on the phone. We were just texting back and forth. It was like a first date, honestly. Like we were just texting for hours, and then he was like, "Can I just call you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got time. You can call me, man." Then he called me, and we talked on the phone for like 3.5, 4 hours. And then we just stayed in touch, and we've been hanging over FaceTime, text. He's in LA, and I'm over here, so I don't get to see him often. And he was in New York, and like a month ago, I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, when you're in New York, I'd love to hang," because I missed him when I was in LA. And he was like, "Yeah, I'll give you tickets to the show. How many do you need?" Which was so nice of him.
Yeah.
And me and you went, and Slater came with us for her 40th birthday. Happy 40th birthday, Slater. And we got there. It was a very weird setting, I will say, when we got there, because like we got in line, and the security
It was
for
like
the venue.
TSA on crack.
Yeah,
and-
you had to like have some form of a learning disability and also spend the first 10 years of
In
your life in
prison.
Rikers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just yelling at you. Like they made TSA
No
look
gun!
like Mr. Rogers. No guns, no vapes, no food. If
No
you find
fun.
it, we're going to take you out the line and put you in the back. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man, I'm right here.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, Mr. Straw Hair. And then I'm like emptying everything out of my pockets at this point. I'm like, this is all going. Get to the box office. We didn't really get tickets. We just got these passes that said all access. And we're like, where do we sit? And they're like, anywhere. And we're like, okay. And we sit down, and the security team, all the captains of personality, we're all like, where are you sitting down? I'm like, where the fuck I want to, is what I said in my head. But out loud, I very quietly and said to myself, I think we're going to sit over here. And then we did. And then,
And then we did. They
us.
moved. Yeah.
And then I sent Logic a picture of us while security was moving us. And then he
It's a
sent
blurry
his
photo.
manager out to the upper balcony, which is where we ended up relocating.
Yeah.
And he moved us down to the box.
VIP.
I was gonna say
The
it looked like you
VIP.
were in a box. Yeah.
We were in the box, and I was just sitting
With
there.
his
It was my
aunt?
first rap concert. His
Godmother?
godmother, Mary Jo. Shout out Mary
Mary
Jo.
Jo.
We're just sitting there, and I'm taking it all in. And then luckily you were on it because I didn't hear him shout me out.
He's like, "Where's Troy Bond?" And like, Troy, you were just like in your own little world. And then I was like, Troy. And then I caught him calling you a genius comedian, which was very fun to capture. I didn't even know he said that. I was like,
he says it to me all the time, and it just makes me work.
Yeah, you are the future of comedy.
That's what he says.
Genius comedian.
I don't know about that, but
and then a million people from the crowd were taking photos of you and posting it, which I didn't realize until the next day when you posted those. That was cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there would be some overlap between his fans and my fans.
Yeah,
but there was, and
like
they actually knew who I was, which was crazy.
They were so excited.
It was like the beginning of Lion King almost. That's kind of what it felt like at the end of the show. And I'm just very good. And I'm just leaning over the balcony, taking pictures and high-fiving all these people, and Tori's holding onto my ankles while I'm doing it.
Like a Michael Jackson
blanket
moment?
Oh, wow. That's.
I know. I'm
I hit, good job, man. This tummy ache is making your brain work faster. But it was honestly such a great night. It's been a long, just couple of weeks of being on the road and doing shows, and I haven't got to watch a show in so long, and watching him and Juicy J, and he brings out all of his artists that he has with him that he has so much love for, and he just the guy you think Logic is exactly who he is. If you think he is a genuine, loving, caring, kind person, he was preaching during his show. I mean, you were really taken by a lot of the stuff he was saying. I mean, he was just stopping a rap concert to talk about.
I loved it.
And he's funny, and he's so great with his crowd, and his fans are so so sweet, and they love him, and he's just a very, very easy guy to like and get along with, and I'm so grateful for his friendship and for what he did for us the other night. And it's been great watching him come back and do these things that he's been doing, and it was cool to just go to a rap concert.
I really liked when you met him and he was like, "Can we get a photo?" He was the one that asked.
Did he? Oh, I didn't even realize.
He was the one that asked. I was like, "Oh my god!" Logic asked you for a photo.
Well, I would have asked him for one either way too. I actually did when I was like, "Can we get a group shot?" Because I wanted you and Slater.
But he was the one that started being like, "Can we get a photo?" Well, and then you included us. That was very sweet.
I did. I wanted to do it for my. I'm working on a charity for Native Americans. Trying to give them some of that land back.
I fit in that?
No, that's what we're trying to give them money for what you did to them. But that was cool. What was your experience like? What was your takeaway?
I mean, honestly, when you got the shout out, that was very exciting for me. I got like the residual excitement there. Capturing that moment was really exciting. Meeting him, the way he just talked about like his wife and kindness in the room, it just all was so positive.
His wife was there. She was pregnant. She came out. She was. I think he kissed her on the stomach.
Oh, I didn't see that.
At the show.
I just didn't see
that.
Not
backstage.
I didn't see that. I must have been in my own little world. We had I was kind of tucked back, but it was also just crazy when he was walking around the VIP area. Like he had the 4 security guys just like moving around him. It was like very intense. Like it was like,
I know, that's what I want.
Really cool.
That's what I want.
It had this like cool energy around where like they were just like they could just punch you in the face and knock you out dead. But I liked their energy. They were like, I took photos and I was like, are they gonna like crush my phone in their hand?
Yeah, that's just what they're.
They were so intense.
For the cloud only.
Like these are the VIP people. Like we're not gonna do anything bad, but it was interesting. That was cool.
Yeah,
all of it was very cool. 10 out of 10 evening.
Yeah. I was it went well. What else is going on, Tori? We haven't talked to the people in a minute.
Yes, hey people.
Tell me what's going on. Give me some developments. You got 1 million views on Instagram?
I did. I got 1.6.
You're in the Jeep radar now? You're on the Jeep Wrangler people's radar?
A bunch of Jeep. I'm scared the next time I post something, they're going to be like, who the fuck is this and why the fuck do we care? I'm waiting for the big drop off.
That happened to me after the Seinfeld. When I had the Seinfeld.
One wedding photo, and they're going to be like, fuck this girl.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. When I posted the Seinfeld videos and then I started posting other clips, I'd be like, oh, rest in peace to my grandmother. They're like, fuck this dead bitch, man. She's cold on the ground. I want to know what happened if George had an iPhone. I'm like, okay, yes, whatever you say.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, but like, that's what I do for a living.
I know.
If I didn't want pressure, what would I do? I would teach hot yoga.
I get it. I'm.
Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
You're like, hey, go fuck yourself.
I didn't realize if you were gonna go on a rant, if you were just gonna keep.
No, cut the rant off.
No,
and
go on the
just-
rant. No, I want to hear it.
No, I don't.
I want to hear it because it's gonna be way more exciting.
You go.
No, you say your thing
I
first.
was just gonna say how, as a regular human being, like I started my Instagram like a regular person in college, and now it's like I didn't make like a Tori Cole comedy about like account, so it's like this is just me.
Did you filter your old photos out?
No, they're still in there, but it's just interesting as people follow me. Again, I'm not making any crazy numbers, but it's changing, and I'm like, I'm filtering what I put on the internet for the audience, obviously, but it's just weird to then be like, do they care about this? And it's like, no, you know.
Well,
anyways, back to you.
They do. It depends on what you're posting. If you make it interesting, they will be interested in it. If you post like, oh, I had a tuna sando for breakfast today, everyone's gonna be like, oh God, what am I doing?
Yeah, no, I posted a bagel today.
On your feed or on your story?
Story.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank
Stories
you.
kinda
Is this
like
the bagel?
throwaway.
Yeah, that's a throwaway.
Thanks.
Yeah. The bagel that caused all this destruction. in
Yes,
Mhm.
that's a bagel. So good.
Worth
there? Well, I don't want.
I
Don't
think
say
worth
the
it.
name
Why?
because I don't want them to get people think give you a tummy ache.
It didn't
No,
give me
no,
one,
no.
so I'm all good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
all right.
okay.
Everyone
just
who's
have-
been nice to Native Americans is
we
fine
like
if they
it.
eat from this bagel place.
Definitely eat it.
She has
Yeah.
the paper
Get
stuff.
us a bagel.
Yeah, get
It was
ass
really
and
good.
bagels,
Get-
boys. Ass
the best
and
bagel in
bagels.
New
Fill
York.
it up, fill it up, cream cheese, baby.
All right, back to you. And what were you excited about? I feel bad I brought you down.
This guy, I was in a play in high school.
Quick pivot.
Yeah. Well, I did a lot of theater in high school, as you could tell. That's why I have a blue check mark on Instagram now, fellas.
You
I
paid
wasn't
for
playing
it?
lacrosse. I was playing a caricature. But I was in Seussical.
What were
And
you in?
it was the Dr. Seuss musical. It's called Seussical.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified. Did you know what Seussical meant?
I figured it out, but I've never heard
I
of it.
didn't. I
But
was never
figured
gonna
it was
get
a
there.
play.
Yeah, it's a musical by about the Dr. Seuss books. And it was with this theater group.
Sounds racist.
Well, no. Every song was pretty okay for the time it was, except for no Negroes are allowed to vote in Whoville. That was a very weird song.
Did you
because-
sing that?
No, I was the one that they were all pointing it to.
I see.
They all
Didn't-
sat in a
didn't
circle and
actually
went,
Dr.
"Voting Rights Act, Voting Rights
No,
Act."
Dr. Seuss is racist.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of.
Well,
his
some of the
books
I don't know
that-
if he was. I know he
I'm
cheated
kidding.
on his wife that had cancer for a really long time, and
Wow,
then just
what a
sort of
guy.
jumped ship. A lot of guys can't take care of their sick wives. Like Newt Gingrich has had like 5 wives, and I think 4 of them died of cancer, and he left.
I think he's the cancer.
He
then.
left. Yeah, I mean, look at that guy. He's given somebody some kind of sickness. Every time I see him, I feel like Tori does right now. But like he left his wives every time they got sick because guys can't take care of women when they're sick when they're like that.
Because men are.
Say it. Let it loose.
I'm kidding.
Just let it loose.
Yeah,
There's
I'm-
none here right
I'm
now.
holding a burp in, anyways. So you go.
Thank
Keep
God.
going.
Better out than in, I always say. That has nothing to do with my story. I forgot why I went on that
Dr.
transition.
You so you went. You did
I
a
was in
musical.
Seussical.
Yes.
Oh, Dr. Seuss and then cancer and his wife.
You're
I may
an
be
actor.
confusing him for Stephen Hawking, by the way, with the wife
He could
thing.
barely even move.
I know, but
Stephen Hawking was-
Stephen
He
Hawking
he cheated
was
on his
the-
wife. And
Yeah,
So that was his.
I don't think that's what did that to him.
No,
He cheated. As soon as he came, he was like, "Oh no, I don't know what's happening." to me."
but is it, he
Give me a computer.
He couldn't take care of his sick wife, so then he got.
I think he left his wife after he stopped being. I don't know. He's
okay.
dudes don't always rock. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some independent research, and I'll get back to Stephen Hawking after this. Well, I mean, I won't get back to him; he's dead. But I'll issue a retraction at the end of this episode. I'll cut it in. Anyway, Seussical. I was in it. 16. Didn't get the part I wanted, which ended up working out anyway because my parents pulled me out of it because my grades were so bad, like a month before the show, and I was so pissed off about it. But the director was fucking creepy as shit. And
a man.
yeah, he was the dude. Everybody who it was this theater group wasn't like part of the school. It was like a district thing, and I have a lot of people that worked there who are still my friends to this day. But there's been now 2 people who have gotten in trouble for being a pedophile. One of them was the director of this show, and I fucking hated him. And he just turned himself in for doing some stuff with a underage minor.
A boy or a girl?
Does it matter? Doesn't matter at that point. The cops show up and they're like, hey, you did something with a 15-year-old boy. They're like, no, it was a girl. He was like, all right, man, you're fucking cool. I'll see you later.
Mike.
Lead with that next time, brother. We're cops. We know how to look the other way.
I don't know. Just trying to paint the color of
It's like if you fuck a dog. No one's going to be like, was it a male or a female dog? There's a really big difference here. You know, like I was watching the new Chris Hansen show. Where he's the guy who goes and catches predators, and one of the predators was wearing a necklace from one of his victims, and the cop noticed it, and he was like, I hate that I even have to bring this up right now, but are you wearing a necklace from one of your 14-year-old victims? And the guy goes, 15.
Oh my god!
As if the cop was gonna be like, my mistake. But anyway, that's what happened to me. I just wanted to bring that up. There's no point to that story, but I rarely check Facebook, but I went on Facebook the other day on my page and I saw that. I just saw his mugshot and I was so happy. I played some songs from Seussical after that.
How did we get here?
I just did a hard pivot because I thought the episode was getting boring and I remembered something about it and I wanted to tell you. That's how we got here.
You thought it got boring?
Yeah.
You were like, how about you? Never mind.
Yeah.
Did you punch something? What happened to your hand?
I don't know. I got a bunch of cuts and stuff all over my body. I don't know where they come from.
Can you talk about the commercial or no?
Not really.
Okay.
I think I'm under NDA, but
Okay.
we shot it yesterday in the subway. I think I can say that.
Did you get any good merch from that? Did
Yes.
you get the hat?
Yes.
Did you get 2 hats?
No, I got the hat and I got the shirt.
I like that hat.
Yeah, it's on my Spider-Man mannequin right now.
I want to see the hat.
Yeah, it's nice. They didn't want it back. I was working my ass off yesterday, and we were in the subway, and we were just sweating so much, and I had to change shirts halfway through because the shirt looked like a wet towel. And then I was like going to give all the things back, and the wardrobe lady, we were like in the back of a truck because it was kind of a guerrilla shoot, and it was like a box truck, and I was walking up to the box truck to go hand in the wardrobe, and I think she saw me out of the corner of her eye because she just slowly shut the box truck door. It's like, I don't even want, there's no ventilation in here. I do not need this man's shirt making it smell like him. But it was nice. I really missed acting. I haven't got to act in a while. Just a fool. Yeah, and there was a moment where we were doing the shoot where I was trying to be an actor where I really didn't have to be, and the director just came over and he was like, I was just like trying to look like I was portraying someone who was working, and I was trying to look like I was working, and the guy was like, because it was a commercial, and the director comes over, he was just like, I just look a little happier. Remember, you're representing this brand. And then I went, oh, that's it. That's my motivation. So then I just walking around smiling like a jackass all day. But the funny thing is I got recognized like 3 or 4 times while we were shooting. And
I love when you get recognized. It's so entertaining.
It's just weird that it happens. It's nice. It's good for the
ego.
Yeah. But like I'm wearing like a brand shirt and a hat and shirt. And so people are walking up, they're like, hey, can we get a picture? And I'm like, yeah. And I just like quickly take off the hat so I didn't look like I was
That's funny.
working for them, because they'd be like, you're that comedian from Instagram. And I'm like, yeah. And then they would see the uniform and they were like,
things are not
don't
going
pay the
well.
bills, do it. Is your side hustle? There was a guy at the movies. I was telling Slater, when I went
What'd you
a
see?
couple of weeks ago. Well, last night we saw Spider-Man again. Oh,
Okay.
I took her to see Spider-Man for the first time, but I saw it in Buffalo last week.
And then when I texted you, where were you?
Spider-Man.
Again?
Yeah. It's really good. How many times have you seen Ratatouille?
That's a fair question.
Yeah. How many times have you seen Goodfellas? Exactly. Don't ask me questions about cinema.
What's your favorite movie, Charlie?
I don't know. I mean, Crossroads was my favorite as a kid, which was like.
Is that the Britney Spears one?
It's,
I don't think I ever saw that.
It's a really cheesy. I don't know. It's just like a cheesy little girly movie.
Yeah.
Britney Spears
Was it
in
a Disney movie?
No,
Just
there was like
Britney?
some like PG-13 stuff in there, so definitely not Disney. But it was like her stepping out.
That
And
guy who
Zoe
directed
did- or
Seussical
Zoe-
would
I don't
really
know what
like
her name
that.
is.
And then she got locked in.
She got locked in.
Yeah.
So what? I think your favorite movie is always dependent on what your mood is when you're asked that question.
Yeah.
It changes all
Right.
the time.
Yours used to be. What
Mine's
was the one with
always
the dragon?
Mean Girls and
The one
Ratatouille.
with the
How to Train Your Dragon's
How to Train
another.
Your Dragon. That's
top.
another one you love.
I stick to my favorites.
That's a widely beloved one.
Yeah.
It's a good
I
one.
used
Have you
to-
seen it?
No,
So good.
I didn't see that one.
I used to say the Boondock Saints, but people dragged me for that. I was
It's
like,
a bunch. That's a dude answer. It's like a frat dude answer.
but I
It's a
don't
great
know why.
movie.
I really liked that movie in high school, and I randomly watched it, and I was like, wow, that was a really great movie.
Yeah,
Shawshank
Norman
Redemption.
Reedus.
No, but Boondock Saints like isn't that good of a movie. Like it really is kind of.
It's kind of a cult movie.
Yeah, it's just random.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I really did like it.
Isn't it like 4 hours long?
No, it's like 2 hours. No, it's like 90 minutes. It's like a
Oh.
normal
What's your
movie.
cap for movie time? Why'd you say it like that?
I can't do anything
Well,
for
it's not
more
like-
than an hour.
There's that one movie that is like 3 hours. Lawrence of Arabia, right? Lawrence.
Yeah,
of
Lawrence of Arabia with
That would
Ben
be, like,
Kingsley.
That would be like a pretentious film school kid. Like
I think
to
that's
say,
Ben
like, Lawrence of
Kingsley.
Arabia is my favorite movie.
Did you guys see Triangle of Sadness? I wanted to see that, and then
No,
it was
my
too
friend
long.
Oh, I
saw it.
heard
She
some
was
good
like,
things.
Don't watch it. She was
Okay.
like, it's depressing.
Is it?
That's what she said. She was also going through a breakup, so she was like,
Oh, maybe I should watch it then. I heard it's a dark comedy.
I couldn't tell you because I didn't watch it. I followed her advice.
Beau is Afraid was the last one that I saw that was like that. That was
Yeah.
a intense movie. And I had no idea what I was getting into when I went to go see it. All I knew was the guy who directed Midsummer and
No.
Hereditary directed
God,
it,
I
and
hate that
Joaquin
movie.
Phoenix was starring, and
Ugh.
Patty LuPone was in it. And Nathan Lane was in it, which was a nice surprise. I went into it totally blind, and just when I thought I knew where the movie was going, it took a complete left turn. And then when it ended, the way they ended it, I've never had a movie experience like that before in the theaters. And it was, I left like blown away, and I had to Google just to make sure other people enjoyed it, because I was like, people are going to fucking hate this.
What was,
And
what was
it
the
was
answer?
it was split. It was honestly split. But as somebody who sees a lot of the same kind of movie over and over again, it's nice to see like when theaters get releases of movies like that, where it's not just like 15 screens playing Spider-Man.
Mhm.
And then there's some movies where I look at it, I'm like, how the fuck did this get a release?
It's shocking.
Yeah.
There's so many movies made. So many
Yeah,
bad movies.
I mean,
Well, not now, right? Is that are there other
Um,
things still being filmed though?
there's
yeah, if
stuff
it was
being filmed.
written, yeah.
Like your
There's
commercial.
about to be a strike for actors.
Oh,
Isn't that what
Yeah.
just happened? SAG
It
just
was
voted like
authorized,
97%.
Mhm.
damn.
Apparently, only 30% of the members voted though.
Oh wow!
But I don't know. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's interesting.
But because that feels like not enough of the membership
Yeah.
voted to actually have a proper authorization. But I also, again, I don't know the rules.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if that happens, then it's. I mean, if you thought the writers' strike was which I support, but there's a lot of people who are kind of annoyed by them. If you thought that was annoying, wait till actors start striking,
Yeah,
dog.
but do you think they're gonna walk? Do you think they're gonna walk the picket lines?
If there's gonna be cameras there, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And if there's no cameras there, everybody has an iPhone, and they're gonna want to post about it, and those
Yeah.
signs are gonna suck. It's gonna be like the white women who were at the George Floyd protest in 2020. Those signs are going to fucking suck, dude.
Kelly was there.
I went to one.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's a
tried.
good thing. I'm saying like the ones who were like,
just
how do I
did-
make this about me?
I just did. I think I did like.
I just did blackface. That's literally all I did. I go, I'm showing my support for George Floyd. The TV flickered when I
I
said
posted
that.
a black.
Even the TV was like,
square.
I'm out of this. You posted a black square. Oh,
yeah.
Tori.
Blackout
No, is it
I
still
did
up
it.
there?
I did
No,
it.
Did you
I
delete it?
archived it.
Oh, you archived it.
Or I might have deleted it.
It was a very tense time on social media.
I just wanted
It
to
was.
be
We
like,
were all
I'm not
home for 4 months
racist.
at
Yeah.
that point. Yeah.
And then
Who
you
was
were
like,
like,
hands
if you
up?
didn't do it, people were like, you didn't post it. It was.
Can I not say that?
What did you say?
Oh my god. I'm sweating
Are you,
now.
are you gonna edit that out?
No, I
just
gotta
said-
keep
I'm
it
just,
for
I'm
realness.
just saying I'm not racist.
Listen, we're learning here.
Yeah.
No, that's not what you said. You said hands up.
Oh God.
God. You might have a good career at Fox one day, man.
Do you hate me?
No, I'm here to
Tori.
I'm here to learn.
Tori messaged me during like that tense time. It was probably like a few weeks after it had like things were starting to like people were starting to kind of
Yeah.
just be like, okay, like it wasn't so many protests anymore. And
Yeah.
she texted me like a picture of her making a cutoff outfit or something, and you were like, "Is this insensitive to post on my story right now that I'm like cutting up my clothes?" I was like, maybe in another month or
Yeah,
two.
maybe
So-
don't post the Budweiser onesie on your story.
I do remember doing that because I
Yeah.
remember I was trying to make a joke because I didn't bring any clothes home when I left the city,
Right.
and it was starting to get warm out.
Yeah,
So I only had sweatpants and long sleeve t-shirts, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna cut my clothes.
yeah.
Which I thought was really funny, as I was literally cutting my sweatpants into shorts, and I was gonna put it on my Instagram, being like, don't have any clothes. So I'm cutting my clothes to be warm. And I did want to run that by you, and I didn't say it. I stayed very dark on social media. I did not post it. I didn't post anything for a while. When I go back in my archives, I was like, I don't know what I was doing because I didn't post about it.
It was a weird time. We were home for March, April, May, June.
Yeah.
It was like beginning of June, right?
Yeah.
We were home for 4 months. There was people getting unemployment, nothing to do with it. So they were like, let me buy some motherfucking riot gear and go wild. It was cool. It was interesting. I remember one time I was home and I got the Citizen app notification that was like, protest outside at Christopher Columbus statue, because I lived across the street from a Christopher Columbus statue, and I went outside and there was no one there, and I was like, am I starting the protest? Is this my turn?
Maybe it was people trying to.
I lived with this Irish dude at the time who brought out a sign. He was like, he spent all day making a sign, and he was like, can I show it to you, Troy? I want your approval on it. And I was like, I guess I could give it to you. I don't know. He just brings out a piece of paper that said "Justice for Floyd," and I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna make a lot of noise, bud. You go out there and you fight."
Solid.
If those officers saw that
Did
before,
you take a photo
George
and
would
put
still
it
be
on
alive.
Instagram?
That's a good question. I mean, I released a bunch of podcasts around that time, but
Yeah.
I think I was just angry and I was just talking a lot of shit, and I had a lot of friends on, and I was just mad at the performative aspect of it after. Like, we were like, please stop killing unarmed black people and reform some of the police departments. And they're like, yes, we hear you. We will not let a white guy play Cleveland on Family Guy anymore. That's the problem here. We understand. This is going to help you guys. You're welcome. Think of us during February. I was actually with my dad around that time because I went back home to Connecticut. And I was... we went to a protest together, and my dad loves to talk shit, and he was giving speeches.
It's good bonding.
He was actually having me record his speeches the way like I would record a stand-up set, and he was posting them on Facebook. And I was like, damn, man, you are the black man in my life has become the white woman posting a black square on Instagram. So you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself chasing clout.
Is that today's lesson?
That's today's lesson. That and be a little kinder to your mom. Unless her hair is very thin. And in that case, you have to let her know
It wasn't
how other
thin.
people perceive her.
It was different.
That's like very thick.
It's nice hair.
Yeah, when
She's
you
got
said
great
straw,
hair.
I was like, that doesn't make a lot of
I
sense.
think it was like the color and the I don't know.
It's just a dark time for you and your
I was a
mom.
little bitch.
Yeah, well, listen.
You gotta grow up.
You're
you know?
very likable now.
Thank you.
And Logic loves you. I love you.
That's sweet. I love you.
Shelly loves you enough to go to
Love ya.
another country.
That's true.
The
Yeah.
people love you. They miss you every time I'm on the road and you're not there.
I'm sad I'm not gonna be with you in Bananas. Bananas.
No
that
one
this
is.
weekend?
Yeah, that's this weekend. Bananas Comedy Club, Friday, Saturday, Jersey. Rest of the road
Shout
dates,
it out.
TroyBondLive.com. Do you have anything you want to plug?
We'll be together in Tacoma.
Tacoma
and,
and Portland, June
when I'm
28th,
back.
29th.
I'm really excited.
When you come back.
I gotta buy that flight.
Yeah. Anything you want to plug?
No, I'm just here for the good times.
Here for the good times.
Peace, love,
Thanks for having me.
and joy.
Peace, love.
Yeah. Be happy
Send us your Native American name at
Please, actually, comment it.
foxwoodscasino.com
That'd be
/Cole.
Comment your Native American name.
Yes. And send us a video of your best Native American impression, and Tori will rate it for you as the expert on it.
Thanks, guys.
Good episode.
That was entertaining.